So last time on the Great Escape, you guys headed out to the camp that was contaminated by the X-900 bioweapon, and while you were treating the sick, you encountered. Oh man, I'm just shaking my head at that. The pirates the pirate NPCs introduced in freaking
Oh, you're talking about where the
the
name, like
Hostile
their
Waters
token was just the
expansion.
word pirate?
Yes. The big scary pirates who literally just a circle and pirate on it, but I digress because we joked about that enough last session. But yeah, you encountered some pirates who told you to clear out of the area. You managed to negotiate to treat the rest of the sick before, after treating the sick, you were then fired upon by the pirates, who you subsequent, in turn, absolutely
I mean,
destroyed.
I don't even think they got a shot off on us. They were just, I mean, there was the one guy trying to line up a shot on Gorham, uh, and then I think Arthur saw him first, and
Yep.
the rest is history,
When
and
he
so are the
fired
pirates.
his he fired his rocket launcher,
Yeah, he fired a
missed
grenade launcher and
spectacularly.
he missed and hit somebody else instead.
Yeah. And then, in the same session, I believe, Martin got his, highest kill streak with 10 people killed with a single shot from the tank's main cannon.
And he did it in his sleep.
And Martin says, "It was said I could have done this in my sleep, and I did."
Exactly. But yeah. After squashing most of the pirates, some of them surrendered, and upon speaking with the pirates, the party learned that Gorham has a bounty on her head because of because she's too nice. Has been trying to bring peace to Poland. That still kills me when I say it aloud.
Peace is bad for business.
Exactly. But another piece of information that you guys learned is that a guy that you had encountered in Poland, nicknamed the Butcher of Kalisz, has actually made his way to Germany and can be found in the city of New Brandenburg. And so that is where we pick up. You guys have decided to pop on over to New Brandenburg, and you have a score to settle with uh, the crazy asshole who was a very ineffectual sniper. I tried to make him this campaign Simmons, but he got spotted right away before he could shoot anybody. I think that was slightly before your time, Martin and Megas. But
I think Magus and Martin were there
no,
because they
We
were.
were.
I can't.
Yeah, well, because I think it was Ray who was driving. Well, he was
Yes,
well,
it.
it was either
I
Gorham or Ray
remember.
was driving, but he was in the Humvee when we chased after the butcher.
Yep, I remember now because it was Marty who
Yeah,
suggested setting a
yeah,
giant trap with
vodka.
vodka for the Russians. So they were too hungover the next day to fight.
For once, a combat encounter was averted, and it wasn't because of Gorham.
Okay. All right, so yeah, that's where we'll pick up. You have treated the sick. You've gotten back into the vehicles. Um, yeah, and you're on your way to up the road to deal with the Butcher of Kalisz in New Brandenburg.
It's the evening now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. So we have 9 hexes of movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we could technically get there. So we have 9 hex. Like we can move 9 hexes in a shift. It would be 8 hexes to get there. So we could still technically have some daylight if we want to, deal with Guro and any henchmen that he may have. I mean, if you guys want to do that.
Sorry, what are we deciding to do here?
So, well, I mean, last session, we basically learned that that the guy, the Butcher of Kalisz, it was said in the recap, he's still alive and he's gunning for revenge against me. Um, so
Right.
I mean, the question is basically, so it's the evening shift, like the start of the evening shift now. We can move 9 hexes worth of movement in a shift, and it would take 8 hexes to get to New Brandenburg, which is where that pirate said that the Butcher is. So we would still have enough daylight to be able to, engage these guys and not have to fight them at night.
Sounds good to me.
We could do that. The other thing that I was thinking is, what if we try to lure him out? We leak your location and let him come to us, and then we
That
ambush him.
that's a possibility, actually. Especially if the pirates, because I didn't think about that, and that's actually a brilliant idea. Is that something we could actually coordinate with that one pirate, or did he already leave?
Yeah, I'll say that, while you're making these plans, they're like about to head off, but yeah, I'll say that they're still here.
Okay. Is there anything we can? I mean, I'm not obviously going to give him like a chest full of loot, but I mean, is there like something sort of something we could give him as like incentive to actually go through with his deal, like his side of the deal to tell Garo that we're here? What do we have in our Humvee, for example? Party vehicles.
Do we still have gold?
I think we left. Did we leave the gold in what in Sassnitz? I don't remember.
I believe you guys did. I think you like offloaded the crates into like one of
Well, I
the
see it's still in the Humvee's
thing.
inventory, so maybe could we say that? I mean, I'm not saying like the whole gold is like all the gold is there, but maybe have like 1 bar of gold because it's 491, so we just give him 1 bar of
Yeah.
gold.
Sure. Yeah, you can
Okay.
barter, give him a
So
bar of gold.
all right. So we give him a piece of gold, or like an ingot of gold as a bit of incentive. And do we still have the map that of the camp, the contaminated camp?
Yeah, I'll bring you back to it.
Okay. So I'm thinking, because I see this farmhouse over here in the bottom right. That seems like a pretty good place that we could, say, like, have the pirates say that, we're, camping out in that farmhouse. And then we, it gives us a
Bottom
place
right.
to, yeah.
Oh, there. Yeah. Yep.
So, because what we could do is we could hide the tank maybe, like, up here, I'm thinking, like, straight, like across the road from the farmhouse, like hide it in the woods. And then maybe have Vincent up on the hill with a sniper rifle.
I could drive the tank and run over people again.
Yeah.
That is an option.
Yeah. So yeah, and Robert, just so you know what we're doing. So the plan changed of instead of going to the butcher, we're gonna let him come to us because the pirates that tried to kill me last time, we made a deal with them to leak my location and, well, I guess the party's location by extension to Guro, so he'll come to us and we'll have sufficient time to set a trap for him.
Are we going to find a mannequin of you and we're going to dress her up, right?
That is a possibility.
Like,
I was.
if we make it look very much like you, he's gonna like really reveal what he brought as toys to the gunfight.
So, yeah. So let's see. So can we put? I mean, Emily, are you able to see my shift pings?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see him.
so maybe Vincent goes like there. Um, and then the tank can go here. Like upwards. So basically, like if his henchmen try to like drive away or run away, then the tank rolls out and rolls over him. And then um why is the tank moving that way?
Oh, I wasn't sure where you wanted me to put it.
Do you see this up
There we
here?
go.
I think that's probably the best
Yep.
place for it to be, because then that way, like I said, like say they, Caleb and whatever followers he has, they're walking or driving down the road, they go here, they potentially try to flee, and then that's when the tank comes out and blows them up and or runs over them. And then, but speaking of though, Gorham is going to make it very clear that, I mean, she doesn't say it so, ruthlessly, but Garo is mine, because he put a bounty on me, and I took that personally. So
That you should take it personally.
okay, well, if we're in agreement on
Payback's a
that,
bitch.
yeah, I mean, you guys, Gorham's like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but anybody else that's with him, kill everybody else you want to. Just save him for me. But anyway, so in terms of NPCs, so I'm thinking maybe the pirate can tell, like, spread word to Garo that maybe, Gorham is seeking like refuge in the farmhouse, perhaps. Like, we found this like a little farmhouse settlement, and we're set up shop in there. And then, okay, let's see. So Vincent's there. Arthur, maybe. Is the farmhouse one story or two?
It's like a 2-story house.
Okay. So I'm trying to think like what the interior would be, because I'm thinking if it's a case where um maybe there are like rooms upstairs or something, or like the idea is to try, like what I'm thinking to do is try to get him upstairs, so it's harder for him to flee if he feels like he's being overpowered, and also the fact that I have a shotgun, so I have the home field advantage there. Um,
Yeah.
so let's see. So with Oliver, oh my God, it took me a second to realize what I was looking at.
I know the token's too small, but I made good on I made a copy of the pirate
I
that
forgot that you said you were
I
going
made
to do
their,
that, but
yeah, I made their
okay.
made their image the pirates
A
from
lot more
VeggieTales.
effort than what Free League did. Let that be known.
um, do we have a second
But please
person
continue.
with driving that could be? So hold on, does Arthur? No, he doesn't have heavy weapons at all. Shit. Um, Hendrix doesn't. I'm just trying to see if there's another driver, because obviously, Ray's going to be in the tank, so I'm just wondering if we can make use of the tragic school bus somehow. Um, Arthur doesn't. Damn, so I'm like, Ray and I are really the only drivers here, huh? Okay, well, Hendrix is, I'm thinking maybe move the Humvee, like, here, like this, so I can come zooming out like that. Oops.
Sure.
Then Hendrix, I can't move her, but have her there, and then I guess, um, maybe if we want to have, like, Arthur and, Sanderson like, in the farmhouse, like on standby in case I potentially need backup. Actually, hold on, wait. Oliver's a medic, right?
Yeah, he's a
Alright,
medic.
good. So have him there in case things, roll south, and then Arthur goes with him, is my thinking, and then obviously I'm guessing, then Ray, Travis, and Martin will just be in the tank. If,
Yes,
it's up
because
to them.
using a tank as an ambush is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Are we gonna need to do a roll to conceal it? Which, speaking of,
Yeah.
I swear to God, my nickname is going to be Boom Boom.
no, your nickname's gonna be Boomer.
No, absolutely not. Boomer Bucks.
But yeah, do we need to do a roll to do a waylaying or whatever it's called, or do we
Yeah.
just have enough time to?
You can just do the rolls, just so it's not just
Right.
talking the entire session. Just
Fair enough. Okay, so let's see. So ambush. Or wait, it's visibility and line of sight, I think. No, there's a ambush. Group ambush. So the so waylaying. Okay, so if we spend a shift or more, we get a +3 to the roll. Who has the highest recon? Well, actually, we would need like
Probably
technically
not
3
me.
different groups. Gorham has BA. Vincent has AB. Well, Vincent, I can't roll for Vincent. Can you have him do a recon roll to hide himself?
yeah. I still think sideswiping him with the tank will do just as much damage. Travis, just say it. It's a fucking tank.
Yeah, you just swing that turret like a baseball bat and. That works
Yes,
enough.
but the intention was not like to have him get run over like an Indiana Jones villain.
Right now, I wish I had a vocoder. Hello, my friends. I'm Sideswipe. Transformers.
Let's see.
There
So
was a Transformers named that, was it?
Yes, that's why I'm making the joke. Sideswipe. Yeah.
I just realized
It
that
was one of the two race cars.
Actually, technically, for any of the guys in the tank, you would all probably go up to AA recon because you get a +3 to the recon roll to hide the tank.
Yep. So whoever wants to make the roll, go ahead. Recon +3.
Sure, I gotta be C.
Yeah, I'll probably bump you up to AA. Exactly.
Recon, huh?
Oh, Ray already.
I am the sneakiest sneaker that has ever sneaked.
1, 2, 3. Recon +3. Here we go.
Well, I mean, Ray already did it. It was just a
We're
conceal the
making
tank.
it extra sneaky. We found like a couple of doilies to go with the tarp we found.
Hey, you forgot a couple of leaves over there.
Yeah, we're stapling these leaves on it.
Is there a fireplace? Hold on, I can't see because Oliver's token is away. Is there a fireplace in this building that we could?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
light the fireplace.
Yeah, because obviously want to make it look like it's not like fully abandoned. I want to, give the vibe that it's, there's somebody in there, and it would be most likely Gorham. So, but I do want Oliver in the farmhouse, maybe even on the same floor as Gorham, just so,
Sure.
just like in the off chance I need medical attention or even just a second gun, backing me up, then Oliver and then also Arthur are there. So.
Cool. Okay. So Vincent has hit himself. The tank crew has hidden themselves.
Is Hendrix going to need to hide the Humvee?
Yes.
Okay, well then, I mean, she's still rolling AB recon because of the +3. Can she push the D10?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's not bad.
Nice.
So I think like at bare minimum, just to spot any of our guys, they would need to roll like 3 successes to beat us.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to
Yeah, because
happen. The only one who could
Hendrix got
possibly roll that
2,
is.
Vinny got 2, and then Ray got 3.
Yeah. Like, none of the standard marauders that, What's His Nuts will bring with him can ever possibly spot you. They only have, like, CC.
Jeez. Oh, God.
Alright, so you've laid your traps. And, I'm assuming you're gonna, like, pass the night here, correct?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, well, do we know how long it would take, judging from his position, for Goro to get here? Well, I mean, I figure, it's going to take time for word to actually spread, right? So he'd be showing up at like daybreak, maybe.
I'd say they would show up at, like, midday.
Oh, like
So it
during
would
the afternoon.
take, yeah, like, the pirates would have to get there, that would take a shift, and then,
Then Caleb would
like,
have
it'll
to
take a
drive
shift
there.
for, yep.
All right, noted. And also the fleet leaves at the start of June, right? So we've got plenty of time to do this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right.
It leaves June 1st, so you
Yeah,
have,
and I
like,
remember the captain
a
said we would wait
week
for.
and a half, essentially.
All right, cool. So sorry for that potentially loud cough. So, hold on. Do we have? I'll just deduct rations from whichever fucking vehicle has them. I think it's the Humvee. Let's see, field rations. Do we have any domestic food? Yep. So I'll subtract. We got 6 PCs, and I can't remember. Are the NPCs? Do they kind of account for themselves?
Yeah.
Okay. So we go down from 17 to 11 domestic food, and then for water we go from 21 to 15, I believe. Yep. So. Okay, so that's been tracked.
Yep. Alright. So, you eat and drink is now...
We eat and drink, and the sugar on the cream is that there's a bathroom in this house, so there's that.
Yep. Okay. So, during the night, so who is, like, standing watch at night?
Maybe we could say Vincent is keep watch during the night, and then he'll sleep in the morning, and then he'll be up in the day.
Cool.
Especially because his
Yep,
recon
I
is so
will.
fucking high.
Yep. So I'll roll his. Recon to keep watch.
He gets, does he have, yeah, he has scout.
Okay. I'll make Vincent's rolls.
Oh, that wasn't Vincent?
No, I'm trying to see if an NPC could get the drop on you, but I'm sure that Vincent's gonna blow it out of the water, so I wouldn't really worry about the the roll I made. Oh, interesting.
Oh, was it like a tie or something?
Yeah, it was a tie. Okay.
So the question is, I mean, Vincent spots the guy, but technically, But the question is, would the guy spot Vincent because he did that roll earlier?
Yep. The guy does not spot Vincent, but
Okay,
Vincent will see the guy. So
Are those
go
Germans
back.
still here?
Yeah. There's still German troops here. I just
Okay.
don't have them on the board.
Right.
And those troops are friendly to us.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes. And you'd think that having Germany as like a setting that they'd add NPCs would be like German soldiers, but nope. They only added pirates and fishermen for hostile waters.
I mean, you know that they would have just had, they would have just written, like, had either the German flag or just written German soldiers.
Oh, definitely. But yep. So about 8 o'clock in the morning, Vincent will, like on his radio, he will contact, the party in the house,
Are
and
we
he
awake by this
says
point?
like, yeah. So because he gets called out, I'm just going to drag the token onto the board. That essentially what Vincent sees is like coming like up
Oh,
behind the
there he is.
house is stalking through the bushes to try and get the jump on people in the house. He gets spotted and so what do you do?
Well, we just fucking get in position to. I mean, well, does Caleb? I mean, is he bringing any friends with him, or is it just him?
Yeah, I will say that like I'll put down the vehicles because at this point you would have like heard them. Like they're still technically off the map, but you do hear like vehicles approaching this like
Oh, they're
the
going off
area.
road. Okay.
Yep. Um, there's the core set. This is where the vehicles are. Yeah, they just be civilian vehicles. There wouldn't be. Where's the freaking technical at? Okay, this will do then. But yeah, I'll just put them on the map, but they are like a few. They're like a few hundred meters from your position, so you don't have to really worry about them. He's he's just snuck ahead to try and deal with you first.
All right. Well, his
So.
funeral.
Okay. So, have the Marauders approaching in their vehicles. Garou is approaching through the wooded areas.
Yeah, he's
And
doing like
yep.
it's a catch a predator, eagerly going into the house to have a visit with I mean, in this case, of age woman, but still. And then Gorham's just there. It's like, why don't you have a seat at the under the table? Except this time, unlike Chris Hansen, she's holding a shotgun. But
We have ways of making you talk.
Yep. So he'll, come into the house and you'll have your, why don't you have a seat? Like
yeah, no,
Chris Hansen.
actually, she is going to do that. She is like, he walks into the house and then like, he's, I'm assuming, like, does he have anything in his hands? I mean, is he armed or
I
is
assume
he
he has a
holding
weapon
something?
of some kind, right? Like he would
Yeah,
be
he's
carrying.
armed.
What's he carrying?
He doesn't still have his
Yeah,
big
he
old
lost his
sniper
he
rifle.
lost his
That got
50 cal, so.
yeah.
I would imagine if he's trying to sneak in, like either like something that's a silenced weapon, probably.
Yep.
Although, I mean, silenced weapons, like in Hollywood, right? They're way over portrayed. So
Yeah.
he might even have like a knife or something that he's carrying.
Yeah, he basically just has like a giant, essentially like a Bowie knife on his belt, and that's what he's just basically carrying. Because basically, what you're figuring out is his plan was he's gonna sneak into the house while you were still asleep and slit your throat while you
Yeah.
slept, but he did
Actually,
not do it right.
Actually, I thought of oh my god, I thought of something more intimidating that Gorm's going to do than just the Chris Hansen routine. So the door is open. You know those moments in movies like where somebody is hiding behind the door and then they close the door? Like after the person enters the room?
Hmm.
I'm
Oh,
doing
and then
that.
the person turns around and goes like, "Oh fuck!"
I love it.
Yeah, so um that is I mean, Gorm, yeah, that's what she's going to do with her Spaz 15, in hand. She's going to be like, behind the door, and so like when he opens the room, she's going with her offhand is going to push the door shut. Do I need to do any kind of roll to like ambush him or?
You've ambushed him plenty. I won't make you roll for this
All
because he
right,
was not expected to be up and about.
so
looking for someone.
yeah, exactly. So
Don't someone you have.
what was the first thing you said with that Yoda impression? I didn't catch it because it was that good.
Hey, looking for someone? Found someone you have.
Yeah, well, I mean, she doesn't um so yeah, like he enters the room and he's like prowling around like he's in an episode of To Catch a Predator, and Gorm slams the door shut, and for once she's not smiling, she's just looking for someone.
Gorham, how's it been?
She says, yeah, it's been better, and seeing that he has a knife in his hand, am I able to take like a pot shot at him to disarm him, potentially knock him back, or maybe even just punch him in the face and knock him over the table?
Or you take out your own knife and you go, now that's a knife.
I don't have a knife, sadly. I do have 3 rocket launchers, but
Oh, so you brought a knife to a rocket launcher fight.
yeah, but I think I would have used a shotgun instead. So it'd be a waste
Unless
of a
you want to
rocket.
be about the spot.
Nah, it'd be a waste of a rocket.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll go ahead and you'll get a free shot to like disarm him.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a called shot, so that's a -2. So hold on, I'm gonna send this to the chat if it plays the sound. There we go, in all its glory. So attack, -2, rifleman +1. I'm actually going to use a rate of fire for this, and let's see what we get.
You're just lighting them up.
Uh, damn it, I don't get another ammo success, but I do hit him in the arm. For that is 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's probably his entire health pool.
That's exactly his health pool. So
Hamlet,
be
you're probably
damned.
having a doc. Honey, you just go one shot him. That's gonna be it.
To be fair, to be completely honest, I wasn't expecting for you to like set a trap here. I had a great big map planned where you were gonna stalk through the city and like meet him in the town center. He's gonna have a dramatic villain speech. Then you
That
just
would
fucking
have been
murder
cool,
him.
admittedly, but I think this plan is kind of
With
funnier.
Emily, by now you should know, no plan survives contact with the players.
I know.
So anyway, so Gorham.
He'll still give the speech, but
I'm sorry for ruining
is
your
hesitating.
planned event.
No, I love it, man. It's
So-
fine.
And he had a
I'll show you
speech,
the
and now
map
it's just-
after the session.
Well, no, I've got some. I mean, I just shot him in the arm. I didn't like hit him in the head or anything. So
You shot his arm off?
potentially, let's see what the crit
Oh,
is.
that's gonna be funny.
So you disarmed him?
Yeah. So what's the crit? Because the good news, even if it's a 10, I mean, he's still alive long enough for me to have some words with him.
Yeah. Oh, that's a piss poor one. I'll
Yeah.
roll again. Because you only roll crushed fingers. Oh, there we go. There's the severed arm. Yeah, so you've shot his arm off. He's, maybe bleeding out, so,
So,
you've thoroughly disarmed him. Congratulations,
so
Gorham.
she, taking a quick look at him, does he, well, imagine, like, he flies back and, like, crashes through, like, the kitchen table, right?
Yep.
So, does he have anything on his person, like like a bag or like a satchel or anything like that?
Yeah, he does have a backpack.
Okay. Is there any way I could, like, rip it off of him and, like, see if what the pirate told me about him taking trophies is true?
So, just for the comedy of it, so he had the backpack, like, strung over, like, one shoulder, like, one arm. You shot off the arm, so the arm fell off, and so did the backpack.
Gorham takes the like, so, like, the arm is next to it. She grabs it by the wrist and chucks it aside. Hold on, where's that GIF that just shows how nonchalant? There it is. So she basically, I mean, with the arm in hand, just, like, chucks it aside like that. But in the backpack, I mean, she, like, rips it open to see what's in there, and she's not taking her time.
Yep. What you see inside is, I forget how many tokens you've given out over the course of the campaign.
A lot. The answer is a lot. Let me look at the fucking just from my violent situations resolved peacefully log. So let's see. So Michael, Lech, the Soviets, Uncle Touchy, Adam, Chekhov, Shipanov, Severova, Thomas. I think the King of America Town, the one Russian major. Yeah, I think that's at least like 12. And as I'm reading down the list, I mean but that's just a name. I mean, whether he killed some or all of them, I don't know. But Gorham has, also, like, those are just the violent situations resolved peacefully. She's also just given Chuck Bucks to, civilians that she's lended aid to, that kind of thing.
Yep. Okay. So inside, like, you find a cache of, well, not cache. You find 10 of, like, the Chuck E. Cheese tokens you've given out since your time in Poland.
I
And,
mean,
like, when yeah, yeah, like, when you pull out, like, the little, basically he's put them in, like, a plastic baggie,
what the
like, inside the backpack. Like,
fuck?
so you just pull out the bag, and, as he's, like, clutching the bleeding stump of his arm, he gives
Are
you,
you gonna,
like,
like,
this.
tourniquet him or anything, or just let him bleed out?
No,
I
I've
was
got
about to say
plans
you're
for
gonna
this guy.
Okay.
So what she said, so she sees that, and her eyes are smoldering with rage, and then she looks over to the guy and is saying, like, oh, you think these are trophies? I should separate your head from your shoulders. She grabs him by the fucking, like, the wrist of his other arm and is, like, pulling him up, and she knees him in the face.
Oof. Yeah, I forget how tall Gorham is, but yeah,
She's a
lot of
pretty
rage.
big woman.
Yeah,
6
a
foot
lot
at
of
minimum,
rage.
but
Yeah, just knee to the face, and yeah, that'll send him, like, sprawling, looks kind of dazed, and
I
he
think she also
says,
has strength A, so there's that too.
"Oh my god."
Yeah,
Yeah, so
strength A.
Gor Gorham is yeah, Gorham is built like a brick shithouse, apparently. I'd forgotten that point. But
I mean,
yeah,
she's gotta be. Have you seen how many rocket launchers and missiles she carries?
true.
She's a javelin
But
operator.
yeah.
You kind of gotta be.
But yeah,
I can't resist. I can't resist. The guy gurgles. You want to separate my head from my torso the way you separated my arm from my shoulder.
Thank you, Marty. I love that. But yeah, he's very, like hardcore one-liner. Is that the best you've got, bitch?
And she
He's just,
says to him, it's like, if you think that's the best I've got, then all I can say is you better fucking brace yourself. And she fucking pumps her shotgun, and she is going to blow out his kneecaps like in Black Ops 2.
oh god. I knew this was gonna happen because we've discussed this scene before, but it's still very shocking.
So subtracted the 2 shells, and I'll just do this. And she actually has some words for this guy that I wrote down that, as he's in, beyond excruciating pain, she says to him, I genuinely believed that, where is it? Like that thought there was good in everyone, that I could appeal to that and try to show people forgiveness and settle things peacefully, even when those people have done horrible things. Until I met you, there's nothing even remotely redeemable about a monster such as yourself, even after I showed you mercy the first time. The servicemen and women, not to mention the innocent locals that you murdered, won't be going home to their families, and it looks like you won't be either. You showed your victims no mercy, and you will receive none in turn. You're staying here. In other words, she is leaving him to die slowly.
Ooh,
Where
boy.
is Gorm, and what have you done with her?
This is why you don't push the really nice character.
That's,
obviously out of
that's
character.
Martin's voice coming through through the comlink.
Yep. Oh, you're saying
So
something,
out of
Megas?
character, like, I mean,
Sorry.
wouldn't we think that he would have potentially other people with him? So if you leave him, he might survive, actually.
Well, not if. I'm not saying just walking away completely. I'm just saying that, if he's going home in a body bag. But Gorm's completely fine with killing all of his henchmen. If all of his henchmen are dead.
I thought you said we were gonna leave and just leave him.
No. I'm saying he's staying here. He's not getting out of here alive. But as for all of his henchmen, they're all going to be killed. So nobody's coming to save him. And better yet, I actually thought of something like, can we have, I got a really, cruel idea that's actually in reference to something that happened in the very first Twilight 2000 game I played. Is it possible for, what's his face, Oliver to stabilize this guy?
Yeah, he could stabilize him.
Good. Have him
You won't
do
really
that.
be able to move.
Oh
but-
no, that was never the plan. I'm talking about so he doesn't bleed out from a missing arm.
Yep. And something else, like, I'll suggest is that, like, at this point, the Butcher is, like, a known criminal, so you could possibly, like, turn him over to, like, the naval authorities. And
He got away once.
bank. He's not gonna get away again, man. You blew out his kneecaps. Let's be realistic here.
That's
He
not
can
good
be
enough.
carried. He doesn't need to walk. He can be carried.
You just throw him in the trunk like you used to do Rabbi Robert.
No. What I was going to do to him is if we could find like some cable ties or rope or handcuffs or something. I was going to just do what what happened to the One Piece.
How would you use handcuffs on a guy with one arm?
Let me finish. There was the one PC who got handcuffed to a toilet, and if he only has one arm, then he can't fucking move.
Just behind his back and attach it to his ankle. Hog tie. For himself. There you go.
Well, let me put it this way. He has one arm, so just one half of the handcuffs goes to one arm, the other half goes to the toilet. So, and that's just in reference to the first Twilight 2000 game I played. There was this fucking CIA agent who stupidly ran into a room that was being overwatched and he got his arm shot off. One of my characters was there and she stabilized him, but she and the guy were captured by Soviets who were taken to an abandoned hotel and thrown in the bathroom. And because he only had one arm, he was just handcuffed to the toilet. So.
Handcuffed to the fucking radiator.
I swear to fucking God, all I'm doing right now is just shaking my head because I can't come up with anything else.
So
And
yeah,
that doesn't
well,
happen a whole lot.
so we
Fucking hell.
bring him upstairs, and Gorham just stares daggers at him, and then just slams the door and locks it.
Yep.
And then
Yep, you'll. Okay.
She
While
slams
you're
the
doing
door on a
that,
stump.
yeah. So while you're doing that,
and then I also
actually,
want to
I'll do it
reload.
like this.
Oh.
Yep.
Does she say, does Gorham say to him, "Hey, do you have a final speech?" It would be your stump speech.
No, for once she's not in the mood for jokes.
Oh, okay. The one time that there's actually plenty of jokes to be made about stumps, you don't do it. I give up.
If she's joking, that implies she's in a good mood. But
Oh.
Yep. Okay. So while this is occurring, the vehicles will arrive, and yep. So people in the tank, do you want to take a shot at them as they approach the house, or do you want to wait until they're all together and go for round 2 with the tank with the tank shells?
so hold on, you said where they're all together. Where are the other
Actually-
ones?
Actually, standard doctrine in cases like this is you shoot the first. First you shoot at the vehicle in front, then you shoot at the vehicle in
Yep.
the back, and then you shoot everything in between.
Although you
it-
could, with the HE rounds, you could probably hit all of them, or you could just hit a specific target. But there are 4 of
I
them.
mean, I don't want to ruin it by making it a milsim, so you know.
Yep.
So an HE round does damage in one 6-sided.
So, well, if you did an HE round, so if you shot at say this
Hexagon.
one, then you could hit all the other ones because of the blast damage.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Well, actually, is this one in this hex, or is it specifically there?
Specifically here.
Okay. So you would be able to hit this one, like basically all of them except this far one.
Well, that one will panic so much that it drives straight into the hole that the guy HE grenade made and then explodes. I don't know. Yeah, let's fire on this one then.
Okay.
Thought that would be funny, wouldn't it? If that actually, I mean, that would be like action movie comedy.
So if we're going into combat, are we going to be an initiative like where we have all the initial spots because we set our ambush?
Yeah. And at this point, I'm not even going to go into combat. Just take the pot shots you want, because it would take them several rounds to actually get down to the farmhouse and get out of
Yeah.
the cars.
I want to see if I can also fire my javelin for the first time ever.
God.
Your what? Oh, your javelin?
Yes.
Hold on.
If you miss and hit us in the tank, I'm going to be very angry.
Isn't
No, I
that an
wouldn't.
anti-air?
No, it's an
device?
anti-tank. It can
Oh,
be
it is?
used
Okay.
against anti-air, but it's predominantly an anti-tank.
Okay.
Oh, right, the javelin. That's the one that's like
Top attack,
the
yes.
fire and forget, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And the range
Yeah.
on it is fucking insane. Like, we're talking 40 hexes minimum range.
That is
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy indeed.
But yeah, I mean, let's have the tank go first and see how many cars are left.
This is not war, General. Sir, this is lunacy. Sorry, go ahead.
These cars are just gonna explode they're gonna melt like tissue paper. But make your attack, man.
No, you don't
Well,
say.
So here's the thing, right? Okay, so how do I do that, and then okay, how do I fire? Because last time I was actually sleeping.
Well, is the tank loaded with HE shells?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you would just on the tank sheet you click the name of the smoothbore cannon, and then choose actor. You choose yourself, and then
Whoa.
it pulls with the roll options.
Whoa. Okay, so I go to combat smoothbore cannon. Okay. I
You click-
select it.
Yep. You click on the name,
Okay,
then
okay.
choose
Yep,
actor and choose
okay.
yourself.
I've got myself, and then I click OK, and
Yep.
that's it.
Yeah, then it should pull up the role options.
Okay. So modifier +0, machine gunner +1, launcher crew.
Well, neither of those would apply because those are for machine guns and rocket launches. This is just a
Yep.
cannon.
Well, it says heavy weapon, and the cannon is not a heavy weapon.
Well, the cannon is a heavy weapon, but the thing is, the specialties are situational.
Like I think you're firing
Oh,
with
for
AA
firing all types
anyways.
of machine guns.
So.
Okay, yeah. Moving on. Launcher crew. Oh, that's grenade launcher and missile launchers. Oh, so okay, so Gorham would benefit from launcher crew, but not me.
Yeah. Like if you were using a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher or anything like that, you would, but there is a specialty called vehicle gunner, I believe, which is specifically for cannons, so you might consider picking that one up.
Mhm.
Okay. So how did I do?
Very well.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
So, what's the damage on
Okay.
those HE shells? I'm going to send it to chat just so I can see. Damage 11. Or actually, hold on. No, wait. I think the HE shells have slightly. Okay, so does that? Nope, it doesn't send the stats. So the HE shells have damage 10. They do have +2 armor, but I don't think that's going to matter.
No. Even like these only have 1 armor all around. Even with the +2, they're still penetrating.
Yeah, so that's 7 damage going through.
These look like they're technicals, like your regular car, but with a machine gun on the back.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
There.
Versus a tank shell. We know who wins.
Exactly.
I mean,
right.
if anything, the tank shell might just pass entirely through the
Yeah.
vehicle.
Well, you're joking about that, but
Oh,
definitely.
it's gonna be that scene for Tremors 2 with the Barrett.
I don't think I've ever
So
seen that, but
7 damage goes.
so I'll make a penetrating roll on the
Okay.
penetration table.
What a
Because
wonderful table it is.
you probably can't see that because the freaking
Actually, I
roll
did
table.
see it. It's a passenger hit.
Yep. So with the first, you have the ear splitting boom. They almost knock the trees from their out of their roots.
Yeah, there's just like a massive puff of fucking leaves.
Yeah. So yes, indeed. Like the shell will pass through the vehicle because of just giant fucking 125 millimeter bomb. Just it incinerates the passenger like straight out, just pink mist. Need to open up the thing because I always forget.
I'm reading it right now. So it hits. So the passenger gets obliterated. Then it hits the driver, who also gets obliterated.
Yep.
These are not British cars. Okay, it's the other way around. So okay, whatever.
So the driver gets hit.
I forget in Poland which side the driver is on, but it kills them both regardless.
Right.
Do they have any cargo?
Nope. And then it goes to ammunition, and now I'm gonna roll me 2d12 for explosions because these are full of 50 of saw ammunition. Not 50
Okay, so /2
cal.
to D12 /2d12.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay, well then there's an explosion.
Yep.
Although actually, hold on, wait, Emily, you did it slightly wrong because basically, so if the like it's not the explosion that sets off the ammo, it's basically if the attack did 2 points of damage or more, that's what causes it. The explosion is basically to see if they jump out of the vehicle and also to damage the crew. Yep. But yeah, I mean, all the remaining damage basically just goes through the suspension and then the engine. So I'm guessing the vehicle's pretty much total anyway, right?
Yep. Well, actually, I was checking like the health stats on like Standard Marauders. So you kill the passenger, the driver will take 2 points after like absorbing 5. Then the other 2 go to him, and so yeah, I'm gonna roll a cuff for these guys to like dive out of the exploding fucking car.
Don't forget they also take the damage from the explosion, which do they have any armor?
No, they never do.
Oh, so that would mean they would get critted.
Yep. Okay, so funnily enough, they don't bail out even as it explodes, so they go out in a plume of glory with the fucking explosion of all the ammunition. So I'm gonna mark that car dead
And probably
on
the crew
fire
lost with all
because
hands, right?
yep. Yeah, so that you just hear like like the explosions and like the popping as the 100 rounds in the saw like cook off. So very nice big fireball. And yeah, tally up your kill streak if you're keeping track to 4 more people. Because there's 3 in the car and then 1 on the gun. So
Okay. And what about the other hexes?
Yep.
What is this one of those? We'll get to those now.
yep. So
Oh, let me check the blast.
B and C.
You know what I find actually a little bit hilarious. I think every game I play basically the Marty, the guy with the big gun, and in this game I found the biggest gun of all.
The only thing bigger than these shells are
Like
is,
howitzers.
you know, the
Yeah.
stuff the howitzers or the fucking rocket launcher things. And
I was just about to say the only thing that I'm missing right now is a howitzer.
So let's
that's actually
see.
an item.
Yep.
It's just so big it has to be broken down into pieces
We
for you to be able
we
to
have
carry
find one
it.
and tow it, and then before a combat encounter, just set it up and you man it and fucking destroy everything. So let's see. So
Doesn't have
blast.
self-propelled howitzers?
Yeah, there are howitzers.
They never get
like
used because the howitzer rules in this system are stupid, but
Oh, they are.
if you want one, I could find you one.
No. Like for instance, and I'm sure Cody knows is the paladin, which is it's a self-propelled howitzer. It's basically it looks like a tank. It's just a very big howitzer inside of
Well,
it.
I don't. Well, as far as I know, the system doesn't actually have like self-propelled howitzers, but it has like stationary ones that you can tow and set up and use as static emplacements.
Got it.
Yep.
So the game doesn't even allow for self-propelled howitzers because they're not in there.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I mean, they do have howitzers.
remember
Okay.
this is
Okay,
this is
moving on.
also like the year 2000. I don't know when those were like
Well, let me
a
see.
thing.
I mean,
Self-propelled howitzers.
self-propelled
Well,
artillery guns
they-
have been a thing for decades. Like this, I mean, there was self-propelled
started with
artillery
the
in World War
priest.
II, I think.
Yeah, Sturmgeschütz. and then the Allies came up with the priest, and not to mention the door knock, the Tommy, was it the Tommy knocker or the door knocker? The M12, which is actually my favorite gun of all time, but because it's a 150 millimeter gun, self-propelled. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, the original. I'll just say this right quick because I just looked up. The original M109 Paladin was made in '63, and even the M109A6 was '94. So why it isn't in the game, who fucking knows? But anyway.
Okay, so we found a discrepancy. It's
Nice.
not in there. Let's move on.
So, well then, blast power C. So hold on, this vehicle and then this one they get hit for C, which I mean I'm assuming then still the 2d12 applies.
Yep. So you have a better chance of hitting.
Okay.
Yep. Roll me another 2d12, please. I'll just apply it to both cars because with how well you hit on all those numbers. Yep.
Can he push?
You can push that if you'd like.
I do.
Okay, so that's damage 3. I mean armor +1, but that still means 1 point goes through.
Yep. So sea level is
Damage 2,
Damage
crit
2,
3.
crit 3. Yep. You critted on the 3. Yep, I'll do another penetration hit. I'll do 2 for the cars. 1 for each. We're finally using like the penetration and the non-penetration, because I've almost never seen that, because I've never it's very rarely I see actual like vehicles being blown up in this fucking
Until
system,
now.
because it's all like, yeah.
So if there's no
Okay, so for
cargo, I'm
this
assuming
one,
it goes down to ammo, I think.
and it takes the 2 points, so it's gonna blow. And I'll roll for the other one. The suspension will go through, and then it'll hit the engine block. And this will basically disable this one. The other one is just gonna blow up. And I'll make a cuff roll for the marauders who are inside to see if they're stupid enough to be blown up with their vehicle.
Or just not fast enough.
Yeah. That.
I'm stuck.
Oh, hey. They're actually on the ball, and they will bail out. So.
And are these Germans or what?
It's like a mix of like Germans and Poles.
Okay.
So.
First time those two are fighting together. All of a sudden, Martin starts making World War II jokes.
Oh, the glory! And here's the sugar and the cream. They just jumped out in front of the tank with Ray in the driver's seat.
I know. The self-preservation instincts are very
And
high on the
also,
NPCs.
don't forget
today.
that this one would take blast power D, so you got to roll 2d12 again.
Yep.
Oh Jesus!
Okay. So,
Push.
1 damage 2. Well, he got the 2 successes, and with the blast level D, it's only D6, so it's only max like 2, fortunately.
Well,
so.
no, you can. I mean, you can still do extra damage, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So
If
if
you
you
want
if
to
you
push, go ahead.
Eh.
Yeah. Yep. So that is
Wow, I love the
2
enthusiasm.
damage.
Eh.
It'll actually gets bumped up enough, their armor, with +1, that it survives. I'll still do a non-penetrating hit. See, it's somehow still up. It just got hit with like the end of the explosion radius.
Oh, so wait, it's a
let's.
non-penetration hit. Interesting.
Yep. You
Oh,
take out the gunner.
She would have so much fun right now. Well, this is the first game I'm hearing about penetrating shots and being up all the time.
We're not even maneuvering the tank, so I'm just sitting there as Martin is like blowing these dudes away.
Don't worry. You have a chance
Or maybe
to run
do I have like
through.
a coax machine gun or something that I can use?
Well, as the driver,
do
no,
I
actually.
think we have to wait until we
driver
see
does.
like the.
It wouldn't be a coax, but it would be up front.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know what you're
Because-
saying. Yeah, so I'm like
yeah.
spraying. I guess we don't even have to roll, but I'm like spraying the area.
Well, the problem is that the coax gun is affixed to the turret, so the gunner would have to fire that, and the.
Well, no, I mean, but there could be other ones.
That's what I said, and he got it. So yeah.
Okay, pop over the hatch, pull out your pistol. We're shooting. We're just joining in. You can also say bang, bang, bang.
Oh God,
Look,
you hit the.
you hit him in the head.
I
By
don't
the
know if
way-
the T-72 model
you
would
hit the
have
gunner
it. Like,
right in the head.
there are remote-controlled machine
Of
gun
this
turrets and
technical.
stuff.
It has an NSV mounted on the commander's seat, but. Actually, I was gonna make a suggestion before the tank potentially moves. I was going to fire my javelin and potentially try to take out another vehicle so the tank isn't in the blast radius.
Yeah. Okay, so
we have
you shot the
I would-
gunner off of the Humvee, or the Land Rover rather, the technical, and a cracked skull from that, like the blast, like from the blast radius, and that will kill him.
Did
The gunner is just like slumped over the gun.
is
But
this
as you're saying, Cody.
vehicle is the whole crew still inside?
Yeah,
All right, I'll target that
It'll-
one.
fun.
So
Yeah, let's see what a javelin does to a Land Rover.
I have a good idea already.
Nothing good, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
Is that an actual javelin?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
As the
That
javelin
is
missile hits from the
hilarious.
top, the armor rating for the rear of the vehicle, but it's 1 all around. So, so launcher crew, and then I don't think there's any other modifiers, are there?
No. Oh, and it's armor -1, so all the 10 damage will just go through the fucking. That's a penetration hit.
Okay. So, and that's 11 damage actually.
Yep. Okay. So let me roll. Let's do some penetration damage.
Okay.
Once again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys are crazy. A passenger again, which,
Crits on 1, so he's dead.
yep, and then the driver will be killed. Basically, they'll all absorb most of the damage, and then one will go to the ammo, which is starting to, like, pop.
Well, hold
and,
on,
like,
hold on. I think more would go to the. So where's the table again? Let me pull it up. So, where's? Okay. So the passenger gets critted, then the driver gets critted. There's no cargo. The ammo takes 2, and then it cooks off. So that is 4 so far. And then the suspension gets taken out. Does the suspension have health? Each point of damage reduces the reliability by 1 if it's reduced to the vehicle. The suspension is damaged and the vehicle is inoperable. So hold on, let me see. So that's 4, 5. So that's 9 damage used up so far. So the suspension is fried, the vehicle isn't going anywhere, and then the engine takes 2.
Yeah.
And now the blast, which is blast B, just like the tank. /R 2d12. Okay, I'm going to push that. All right, well, it wasn't as glorious as what Marty did. So the vehicle crew is potentially taking however fucking much. I think it's like damage 3, crit 3, right?
For B, yeah, 3/3.
Okay.
+1. And well, they aren't wearing armor, so they're all going to be critted. So, yeah, I'll roll
God, he's so dead.
hit locations.
Torso.
1 in the chest, 1 in the
Head. It blew up his head.
Okay, I'll roll. I hope this is a fun session. It's kind of
Oh, absolutely.
anticlimactic without the big, like, you know.
I mean, I got my revenge on my de facto nemesis, and I got to fire my javelin for the first time. This
Yeah.
is probably the greatest day of my life.
Okay. So the guy you hit in the head has a crushed windpipe, so he's gonna, like, suffocate on his own blood.
Ah!
And then Torso Man.
Or whatever blood is left, considering that he got
Oh,
his
heart
arm ripped off,
impaled.
and it's
The steering wheel
Just-
breaks off and
yeah.
skewers him in the heart.
Exactly.
well,
But,
his
yeah,
arm is
there's-
torn off. How long do you think he's gonna last?
No, we're talking about the guys in the vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So
Garo was
you crushed the
stabilized,
wind-
and Gorham fucking locked him in the bathroom, chained him in the toilet, and moved on with their
Yep.
life.
Yeah, so the remaining 2 passengers that were in this car, one, basically the shrapnel tears through the vehicle, crushes one's windpipe, and the other has his heart impaled and, dies very quickly.
Okay. So all the guys in the vehicle are dead, so then we go to the blast for these guys.
Yep.
So let's see. So that is, I'll roll the 2d12. So that's blast C. 12.
Oh my god.
Okay, so, and I'm going to push that. Okay, so damage, I think that would be a crit.
Yep, again. I'll roll hit locations again for these guys.
Torso.
A lot of chest shots today. 2 torso shots. Oh boy. And here I thought you'd be in a nice long encounter. Well, broken ribs is the least of worries. You know, you
Well,
go
it's a
through
long
the
encounter,
city,
but
an internal
it's a long-
bleeding.
it's a long encounter, but only because, you
Yep.
know, and we have to do all the calculations.
Exactly.
Yep. So yeah, between broken ribs and internal bleeding, both of these guys are, you know, dead in the grass.
Okay, and then these guys would be taking Blast D.
Yep.
So let's see if I hit them. Okay. Oh my God. So that's 3 damage, crit 2.
Yep. So I'll roll hit locations again. Legs and chest. Ironically, I think it's only the head and the chest that have like the insta kill one, but
Yeah.
okay, so first one is severed tendons. It would help if I don't like shut the table before I roll the thing. That's very uncool of me. Another heart impaled. Oh god. The shrapnel is tearing through these guys and
Okay. So that's the end of Gorham's onslaught.
Yep. Okay. So this vehicle is stopped, and then this one is still operational.
And as a side note, you can, I'm just saying this in Magus for the driver's seat, you can actually ram vehicles and damage them that way.
Would you
Well,
like
I
to
mean, I
ram
think
him?
unless I had to, like, I don't think I would want to. I mean, we could damage the tank, you know, like why put it at risk?
I think actually, hold on, let me just double check that because that's a good point. Ramming.
I mean, I don't know if that's a mechanic in the game, but just like, you know, logically.
So ramming vehicles. When ramming another vehicle, the attacking vehicle suffers damage equal to the rear armor level of the target vehicle. The target vehicle is hit on the side facing the attacker, while the attacking vehicle suffers damage to the front. So basically, the rear armor value of the tank is what, like 5? So you would be taking 5 to the front, 9, but because that wouldn't penetrate, the vehicle wouldn't take any damage. And then the vehicle that you're driving into would be taking 5 damage.
Yep.
So it would actually be perfectly safe in this case to ram the car with a tank.
Yeah, the most you'll do with the tank is like basically just scruff the exterior.
Yep.
Because
might be a dent, but I doubt it.
yeah.
We're not taking a tank, so do what you will.
Yeah, but we could still sell it. I mean, I think, like, unless I really felt like I needed to ram it, I would just keep using the machine gun, the commander machine gun.
A tank doesn't ram things; it rides over them. So
Has the right of way.
well, you know, it's true though, especially with cars.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I mean, if you
like
see
what are we
footage of
talking
tanks,
about? Drive over it, man. Go right ahead.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, you would-
brake check a tank, okay?
The tank is really not going to take a scratch, and if it takes a scratch, oh boo-hoo! And, you know, we're almost at the end of the Europe's theater anyway, from what I understand. So
But yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you've incapacitated one, and I think you've killed everyone in it. These guys are dead. You this one is stopped, but all the people are still in it, and they will will surrender, and the one that is still up, they will also surrender because they realize, us
Well,
versus a tank that will not.
bad news for them. Gorm at least is not accepting surrenders for once.
Yep. But yeah, you have essentially literally one vehicle left. I'll bring him around. You can, what do you do to him? What do you do to that technical?
I think Gorham already said it.
Gorm, do you want to take all these guys out, or do you have more leniency for the henchmen here?
Good question. Like, I mean, Gorm is definitely not in a jovial mood for once. So in this case, honestly, well, like I said, the problem is that Garou. I mean, she gave him like very like cruel mercy, quote unquote, and I don't want to risk the chance of somebody coming to his rescue. So, um,
Wipe them out,
yeah,
all of them.
exactly. Also need to double check something. Do we have in the Humvee? I'm pretty sure we have more javelin missiles, so I'm going to just subtract one.
Not only once did you fire the javelin, twice this session, possibly.
No, I only fired the one time.
Yep.
I'm just
But yeah,
restocking the missile that I fired from our ammo supply.
cool.
Well, what Gorm's going to do after firing the missile, after reloading, I'm going to first of all gather up the bag that Garou had. Did he have any other weapons or just the knife?
He had like what's it called? A Desert Eagle,
What
like
the
the big
fuck?
like 45 caliber gun,
That's not a
and a
45.
knife.
That's okay.
It's whatever the gun is called in this thing, that M1911, I think. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay. For the time being, I'll take that and the knife. And the bag. Gorm is going to like I said, in terms of how many people jumped out of the vehicle?
Overall, 8 more will jump out.
Okay. Do you guys want to kill them?
I mean,
really don't-
we're not
I
being
really
paid
don't
to
care
bring
one
back
way or
the
another,
ammo,
man.
right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think these guys have been causing a lot of problems, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they were willing to, serve under Garou, that's not a good look
They
for them
don't
morally.
deserve the tokens. It's okay.
I mean, I think like we
Hold
wouldn't be
Hold on,
having this
can I
conversation.
ask
Like,
for some clarification? Can I ask for some clarification?
Yeah.
Your opponent, is he kind of like God, what was that division? Penal division?
Like CIA?
No. No, in World War II there was a penal division that just cleaned house in Eastern Russia. It was basically criminals that were sent over to the Eastern Front, and never to not to, and they were not expected to survive, but they did excellent against civilian populations, which ultimately, anyway, is that kind of what this is? Basically, are these guys terrorizing the civilian population?
I mean, considering that their leader was taking trophies from civilians that I offered kindness to, that's kind of proof of it.
Okay, to answer your question, what you'll kind of like piece together after the last shot is fired and you've put these guys in their early graves, that basically, like, this group of people part of like the water like thieves that have been like terrorizing the different like the towns and the cities in Germany. You know how you were when you were driving up to Sassnitz, you saw like
The people that got hanged.
there were that some people were hanging from a tree, and like sign is like this is what, like, water thieves, basically. Like, this is what these are those people. Yeah, they've been stealing and hoarding water. because
Okay.
most of the water sources like around like this part of Germany are contaminated due to the
Okay.
bioweapon.
Well, it's too bad that I already went because otherwise I would have fired a. No, actually, wasting a single shell on these guys would have been too much.
You've got
We
a
can take.
coaxial machine gun.
I have an idea. We can put the two cars together, right in hexes right next to each other, and then do a boom boom.
Talking like a true firebug.
Or you can
Or
just
explosive bug.
swing that machine gun around and start shooting them up with a coaxial.
Do I have a coaxial on the
Yeah,
on the
PK,
T-72?
PKM, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, it's
Uh,
PKM.
Yeah, there's the NSV, which is on the
Pintle mount.
pedal mount, and
That
then
one's on the top,
Yeah, that.
and the
yeah.
PKM. Okay, got it.
Yeah, the PKM's controlled by the gunner. The NSV is the commander.
Yep.
Well, I'm the gunner. Okay, so can I use it?
Hell yeah.
Ah, but this time now I can use my machine gunner.
And remember your rate of fire. It's a little like slidey line when you like bring up the box to fire it.
Well, depends on how many
Okay.
rounds you want to use on these guys.
Enough to take
All
him
the
down.
rounds.
How many? Oh Christ, we've got 8 belts of 250 rounds each.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a fuck ton of ammo
Yeah, no,
for
use
that
as much
shit,
ammo as
so.
you want.
Okay, so rate of fire one is one belt.
Well, no. So the way rate of fire works is that you roll like for every increment. So like if you set it to rate of fire 2, you're rolling 2d6, and that determines like the total. Like you add up how many like the numbers of the dice, and that's how many rounds you use. So for example, if you roll like a 5 and a 6, that means you use 11 rounds of ammo.
Well, additional rounds besides the initial like one
No,
shot.
I think it's actually like just that like if you're firing full auto, then that's how many rounds you use total.
Yeah, you do lay down a lot of rounds. I think there's like 100 round belt, so you use like a fifth of it. Congratulations.
Actually, I think you
That's
might have been
20
right,
rounds,
Emily.
which is nothing.
That's how much?
Oh, 21. 21. Just 21 bullets? Really? That's it?
I mean, you can push if you really want to spend more, possibly.
Yep.
Like 1 second later, opa.
They're actually 250 round belts, so you used a tenth of it actually with the 25, but yeah, that tear through those vehicles. You do kill the rest of the water thieves. Good job. But yeah, that will be the end of the small force that Mr. Handy, who's stuck in the bathroom, brought with him to try and rout you. He brought 20 people, and you still killed them all. God.
In less than 1 round, mind you.
Yeah. Hey man, compared to listening to a podcast where someone's running Twilight 2, just to kind of get ideas for like a home front game, and they had civilian cavalry members, 100 NPCs versus a 5-player party.
Oh my god.
It took fucking forever. That episode was so goddamn long that I had to skip through it to even hear the end of it.
Jesus.
And
I
it's a
would.
live play?
Repeat your question, please.
It's a live play podcast?
Um, I forget the name of it, but yeah, it's basically like they shortcutted it a lot, but it still took like I think the episode was like an hour. It took like 45 minutes to resolve the freaking combat. So
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
combat can get crazy. I mean, we kind of saw that in the other campaign, right? At the final combat, like it took a long time.
Oh, and Terra Nova and Conrad's final
Yeah,
stand.
yeah,
yeah. Because like there were so many NPCs and everything.
yeah. That's true. But congratulations, you've killed 20 people. You have one who's handcuffed to the toilet. um, and yeah, the German like soldiers who are here will like dealing with the mess and the wrote down their name to find it in my notes. Yeah. First Lieutenant Thalberg, who is like the ranking officer here, will come to you, Gorham, and she'll say, so yeah, good job.
I was
Is
gonna
what
say
she's gonna
Gorm, like she just has such a drained, dispirited kind of look on her face as she just like walks out of the house. Maybe there was like with a farmhouse, maybe there was like a shovel there, and she just kind of walks off to like a secluded like grove of trees, and she's actually going to dig a small hole and bury the chuck bucks of the victims of Garou there, and then basically gives them a burial of sorts because she is almost certain that he just left their bodies to rot.
Yep.
But she does
Yep.
that maybe like over by where the Humvee is, like here or here. Does that, doesn't say anything, walks over, chucks the shovel aside, and goes back over to the Humvee. But you were saying, I mean, you were saying that the officer tried to say something to her?
Yeah. So she'll come down after the other soldiers have like started to, like put out the freaking fire and, start moving the dead to be disposed of. She'll say, this was, quite a battle. Is there anyone else, in the house, around the house that need to be taken care of or
No. No, there's not.
Mm.
Is she willing to
are
take me
you
at my
okay, miss?
word, or is she going to actually go look?
She'll take your word, but she'll also just like go and look. But
Well,
before she goes, she'll
those are two completely
Trust but
contradictory.
verify.
yeah. Well, yeah, she'll take your word for it. She says, "Oh, okay." Once
Because I
you
mean,
guys
I
head
think,
out,
yeah, I
we'll
feel like that's kind of
go
supported
to
by the
bed.
fact that maybe by this point, Arthur and Oliver come out of the building, which kind of confirms that like, yeah, there's nothing left now that they're out.
Sure.
And
Great.
by this time, that is probably true. I mean, the guy's had his arm ripped off. He probably bled out.
Well, he was stabilized for the time being, but he did get his kneecaps blown out. So, and he is locked in a bathroom, handcuffed to a toilet. So, there's not really, you know,
Excuse me.
much left for him there anyway. So,
Right.
Yep. But yeah, she'll take you out. She'll take your word for it, and she'll say, are you okay, miss? You seem very, you were very chipper the other day, but see something has changed."
um, yeah, Gorham doesn't really. I mean, well, I don't know if the officer saw her burying the Chuck E. Cheese tokens, but um, she she just sighs and says, "Don't worry about it, but I appreciate your concern."
Mhm. Of course. And she'll like, go back to the other like German soldiers to clean up the area.
All right.
Okay, looks like our work is done here. As we survey the burned out husks of these technical.
Yeah. By this point, like Gorham gets in the Humvee and is going to round up Arthur and Oliver and Vinny, and then just drive back over to the rest of the ensemble.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll drag the tokens over so you can, talk about what happened possibly. Okay. So bring the Humvee over, and yeah, party is back together. And what do you do?
I mean, Gorham looks over to all the all the handiwork, and then I mean, I mean, if the crew did the crew of the tank get out, or did some or all did you guys get out of the tank?
I think I would probably be like inspecting it for damage and stuff like that, and doing any maintenance.
All right.
Martin is has his head and torso out of the tank, like surveying. Because, well, we are in the shooting war, so.
Yeah. Well, Gorham looks at you and he looks at all the vehicles. Says, I'm assuming that most of that's your handiwork.
Boom, boom.
Good job.
He nods at her and goes, boom, boom.
She cracks the very mildest smile at that, but otherwise is kind of, very sort of sour expression. And
Martin casts a examining look, but keeps his mouth shut.
yeah, and for once, Gorham keeps her mouth shut, but
Which is where the examining look comes from.
yeah, there you go. I mean, she looks at everybody and is like, well, I mean, are you guys ready to get the hell out of here and rendezvous with the fleet at Sassnitz?
I am.
Grr.
Oh, you were saying something, Magus?
No, I said I am. Let's
Oh,
get
okay,
out of
sorry.
here.
All right. Well, all right then. Yeah. I mean, I guess the tank crew's already good to go, and then we could just say that Vincent, Arthur, Oliver, and Hendrix pile in the Humvee. Where's the Northern Poland map?
Yep. I will say, you still have the ability to visit New Brandenburg if you'd like, but yeah, you don't really have to if you don't want to.
I mean, the only reason we were considering visiting it in the first place was just because of, we knew the Garo was there, but if, he's obviously not an issue anymore, uh, then we might as well just skip it. I mean, well, it did,
Cool.
because like I said, Gorham took his backpack and probably would have like if he had like a journal or something. Was there any indication that he had like a loot pile there or something, or was that just where he decided to camp out?
Yeah. In his journal, he does mention that he does have some supplies stashed there. And as you're like flipping through it, you also get the idea that there, are possibly also people there that he is, like dragged with him. Yeah, to New Brandenburg.
Oh, well, that's definitely interesting because then he potentially might not have killed all the people that he got the Chuck E. Cheese tokens from. All right, well, in that case, that completely changes things. Gorham actually advocates for going into Brandenburg. I mean, for the tank crew, I mean, if you guys want to just go to Sassnitz, you can, but so long there are people to help. I mean, Gorham's not in a good mood, but not in such a bad mood that she's not still willing to help people in need. So,
I mean, what's like? I know that our objective is to go back to the U.S. Like, what's still keeping us here at this point?
the fleet hasn't left yet.
Yeah, you're waiting
Okay.
for more like troops to be there before they kick off at the
Yeah.
beginning of June.
So,
I mean, I think at least from Ray's perspective, like I'd be like, hey, let's just wait. Let's not put ourselves in danger. I think we've
think we
done
could
enough
time
good for this
skip.
country.
Well, the thing is that, I mean, the way Gorham looks at it is, I mean, we've still got, like, by this point, I think, however many fucking days, I can't remember. Yeah, we've got uh, 10, technically 11 days before the fleet sets sail, and would only take a couple hours to get to New Brandenburg. And especially if Caleb and all of his henchmen were in New Brandenburg and went over here to deal with us, um, then New Brandenburg shouldn't be under enemy control, and if it is, it would be very lightly defended. So Gorham's like, I mean, if you guys want to drive the tank back to Sassnitz, you can, but I'm going to go to New Brandenburg and help those people.
All right. I think for my character, like I'm definitely not as interested in just going super far out of the way to help people. I'm more interested in getting back home. So I think I would want to go back to and wait for the fleet.
Well, but then you'd be waiting for 11 days doing nothing.
I'm I mean I'm kind of I think I'm kind of fine doing that.
Okay.
Like I guess my point is like we're just kind of helping random people just to help people, and that is kind of interesting. But like you know all of us want to get back home to some degree. So I think that that's kind of my point.
Well, okay. I mean,
Okay.
again, if you want to just drive back to Sassnitz because you've got the tank and you've got Martin and Travis with you, but Gorham at least is going to drive over to New Brandenburg. So, I mean, Emily, is that something that we can do without it being too involved, like kind of splitting the party temporarily?
Yeah, you can split the party temporarily.
Yeah, I mean, as
'Cause,
long as there's
basically
not going to be a
after
combat
this,
encounter.
yeah, there won't be. Because basically after this, we'll just do like the time skip to the 1st of June. Because this is kind of the episode I had planned. I expected the combat to take longer, and I'd
It
be
didn't.
like, oh yeah, so yeah, you killed the butcher, you've wrapped it up, and we do the time skip to the 1st of June where you're boarding the the ship, and when we pick up again in January, you'll be back in the U.S. I'll have the the U.S. map set up and whatnot. But yeah, you can safely split the party at this point, and we can focus on Gorham and whoever else is going to go to New Brandenburg to check it out
Yeah, I mean, I
before
guess,
the fleet
I mean,
leave.
in terms of players who are here, like I'm the only one in the Humvee that's going over there. So, I mean, if, Ray, Travis, and Martin want to just go back to Sassnitz, or if one of them wants to go in the Humvee with me, then that's fine too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going with.
All right.
Guaranteed.
Okay. Then maybe we
It's just,
could.
do we get someone to drive the tank or not?
Well, Ray's the one driving
Yeah,
the
I can
tank.
drive the tank back. I got driving.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
So
Bring back souvenirs, okay, you two?
Gorham looks back to you, gives you a thumbs up, and gets back in the Humvee. And then I guess in terms of NPCs, maybe because we wouldn't. Well, hold on. Do we have enough space that somebody can ride in the trunk? I can't remember. Let's see. Tragic school bus. Nah, we wouldn't. So, I guess maybe have one of the NPCs, take Martin's spot in the tank, just so there's a spot for Martin to ride in the Humvee. So,
Yeah.
like I would say, I
Okay.
mean, maybe just one of the NPCs, like Oliver or Hendrix.
Yep. I'll say Oliver will go with you, just so
Yeah, so we have a medic,
you have
and
a
then
medic.
I think Hendrix is like a mechanic, right?
Yep. Okay. But yeah, you'll swap up who's going where,
Okay.
and like I'll just leave because I had the tank on the map,
Okay.
but only the Humvee is there. The tank is not. I just have it on the map from where I had set it up earlier.
Yeah.
I set it up last
And
night.
also, it's worth mentioning, especially with Martin in the vehicle, that the whole ride there, Gorham doesn't make a sound. No jokes, no conversations, no nothing.
Okay. there comes a point where, out of character, you need to explain to me what this is all about.
Maybe the fact that she's upset about the revelation of the butcher, um, you know, taking trophies
Killing
from the people
people.
she helped,
Right.
and she
Yeah.
took that
Okay.
personally.
Yep. Yep. That'll do it.
So, I mean, she's obviously going to eventually kind of get over it, but yeah, in the immediate aftermath of a very upsetting situation, she's not in a good mood. So, um, did Caleb's notes indicate where in the city the people that he was holed up and he had the people?
Yep. It'll be over here.
Okay.
So I'll drag you up there. But yeah, this is one of the 5x5. Wait, is it? No, this is it's a 4x4. Never mind, because the 5x5 is a little bit too big for the initial map. But yeah, this is one of the big like tile maps that Cody set up for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Alright.
wanted to show it off.
I know, I
again.
fucking rock.
So,
Okay. But yeah, you.
yeah, if this is where Caleb would have been, this would have been a very interesting confrontation, but he would have had the home field advantage. So,
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you pull up and you dismount from the vehicle and you head inside this big this
I
is
don't,
a
I
no,
don't
this
know.
is not a church.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a church.
Thinking of the other.
Also look like a town hall kind of place.
Yeah, very bombed out town hall. And as you go inside, you find quite a bit of loot, which I'm still copying over from. There's like another like a scavenging and like loot table that
Yeah,
someone
just
made.
keep
And
in
I've just
mind,
been
I
like,
mean, the vehicle capacity.
yeah, oh yeah, these are just like small things.
Okay.
But yep. So as you head inside, take a look around. Just drag out PCs that are there. Okay. So the people you see where he is
Oh
kept
shit.
captive.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the token name for this, but I definitely see the token name for her.
Yep, I need to adjust that, but yeah, they're both like unconscious.
Who's the other one?
Let me change. Ways for everyone for this scene. This is
That's who I
the
thought it
sergeant
was.
major who was in charge of
God, Caleb was such a
Sula
petty little bitch if he was just going
Chow.
around like all over Poland just to find the people that Gorham had helped.
Yeah.
Gorham, yeah, she sees that and she's like, oh shit, and is gonna rush over. I mean, and they're tied up, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're both unconscious and like tied up.
yeah, she'll just use the knife that she got from Caleb to cut them both free. And I mean, are they asleep or are they awake?
They're awake. They're just like stunned. So
Okay.
it takes a couple minutes for them to like come
Are
around.
they the only ones here?
Yep. Well, the only two alive ones.
Oh,
So you're guessing that most of the tokens were from like the random people that you've encountered.
yeah, just like one-off civilians.
Yep. So
Damn it, not him.
yep. So he did go after the CIA agent who
Of course he
introduced you
did.
to, yep, the main guy. And he was petty enough that he dragged him out of Poland to Germany and
Well, he dragged all
killed him.
these people to fucking Germany.
Yeah, still, but yeah,
I
the
mean, what
big
does he have
three
like
that
a
you
big
see
white
here.
van pulled out back or something?
You say that, and then
Basically, yes. It's like
Jesus.
it's not exactly a white van, okay? It's like a cargo truck that he stole and like has these, but it is a big white van. It's a big white cargo truck.
The creepy man in
It's
the
like
big
those
white
semis you
van.
always see. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, he brought them here, and from the looks of them, Kleber was definitely tortured, and
Oh, poor dude.
Korzak and Alexivna also, like show signs of this is one sick motherfucker. Is the
Gorham
the
bellows
short
out,
answer.
"Medic!" No concept of indoor voice. She's gonna scream out to Oliver to get his ass in here and give them treatment.
Yep. Yep. So I'll do medical aid for both of them, but like the main thing that he'll like point out, like as he's treating them, is like they've been here probably a couple days. They're both like dehydrated. They're hungry
Fuck,
and
give him some
just
rations.
look
Does
very.
he have any rations in his like Goro? Did he have any rations in his like dragon horde?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll say like so just so it's not like a lot of stuff you have to shove in the Humvee. A lot of it is like forage and like scavenged food. So he was like, basically he took them here, had no plan, and had to forage for food
Fucking
to
idiot.
feed everybody.
Yeah, it's what we
I
call a missing steps plan.
yeah.
Step 1, capture a bunch of people. Step 2, question marks. Step 3, lure Gorham here. Step 4, question marks. Step 5, revenge complete.
No,
Final step.
you're missing the step.
Profit.
Freeze Gorham in carbonite. No, Gorham, I am your father.
I mean, her father, did serve in the military, but this, I mean, definitely not Goro. I mean, if he said that, I mean, her whole response is like, not unless you flew over Vietnam.
And then preferably crashed as well.
Sorry, the conversation is just killing me. But yeah,
And the conversation
you
just killed itself too, so.
yeah. But yeah, Hill, um, what's his nuts? The new version of Tom Selleck will come in, give
As
them
a
both
side note,
medical aid.
is there a way we could take a very brief intermission because apparently groceries were delivered and I was only just fucking told there was milk outside.
Oh yeah, sure. We
So
can
I
take
mean,
a 5
I
minute
know it's a
break.
dialogue scene. I'm so sorry, guys. Just give me like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so Sanderson will go in, and he stabilizes the both of them. You were able to get them food and water. And yeah, so they're coming around. And what do you say to them?
I mean, Gorm's just gonna offer them, you know, like I mean, definitely showing very visible concern, asking them, are you all right? What? I mean, I got the broad strokes of what happened, but um, I mean, I'm glad to see that you two are alive. I genuinely wish the same thing could be said about, gestures over to him.
Mm-hmm. Korzak, she'll like answer you, Gorham. She'll say, well, I've certainly been better. Did it is is he it is words is Caleb coming back? Like, she'll ask you, like, is he? Where is he?
Not unless he's a zombie, Gorm says.
That's a relief.
She remains coy about what happened because she doesn't want to make herself see. I mean, she already kind of feels bad about. I mean, even though he deserved it, kind of feels bad about the excessive brutality in which she dealt with him. So she doesn't want to kind of make herself seem like a monster in front of the people she's helped. So she just basically makes it clear that he's not coming back for the sequel, but um, skimping on the details.
Yep. That's very good to hear. Are you okay?
She sighs and says, I've been better, but I'm sure I'll get over it. But thank you for asking, she says, and for the first time since dealing with Goro, she actually does smile.
Mhm. Yeah. And yeah, you'll be able to get them like back on their feet, and um Major, forgot how to pronounce her name, but yeah, the Russian major, she'll just say, just take us to NATO command. We'll depend on them to get back to Poland.
Well, I mean, it was said that Caleb had a truck out back.
Yeah. Okay.
So, well, Gorham says, I mean, Caleb, he had a truck, which I'm assuming is what he brought you here in. So, I mean, you could just use that, or I mean, if you want to use that to get back to Poland on your own, you can, or you can travel with us to go to the NATO rendezvous, and then we can see about getting you back to where you want to be.
Yep. We can definitely do that.
And Gorham says, I mean, just confirm, was there anybody else here beyond the three of you?
I believe there were others, but he's
Well, she wouldn't say the three because I remember you said there were some miscellaneous civilians. I don't remember how many, but
yeah. Well, there were some of we're the only three bodies here. The other people he's killed, he's kind of the guy has major serial killer vibes, and much like most serial killers, he would kill someone, then basically just drop their body off the side of the road. He's a very, very bad dude,
and Gorham says, well, rest assured, he got exactly what he deserved.
Mhm. I'm glad to hear that. What should we do with they'll point over at Kleber. What should we do with him?
I mean, I say, I mean, he was a patriot through and through, a good guy. I mean, I would advocate for bringing him with us to the NATO rendezvous so he can be given a proper burial back home if possible, or at least or very minimum like bring him back to the CIA, or not to the CIA, well, like just to the U.S. in general for confirmation of his death.
Yeah, and yeah, you'll be able to find some tarps, some blankets.
Yeah, I mean anything
To
prolong him
cover the
from just
body and
decomposing. Yeah. So bring
yep.
him back. Maybe just have his body, sort of in the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
So.
Let me drag out a token to represent the vehicle.
What did he have? What did Garo have in his loot pile?
Quite a lot of different things. So I found, well, this was actually recommended to me by someone I played Twilight 2000 with in the past. Someone made like a loot generator. It mainly has stuff from like first edition and like second edition, but yeah, we can make it work with edition. I'll write this down in the chat after
You
I
find out that
go
he
through
was
it.
a major fan of Batman and has a bunch of Batman comics.
Actually, yeah, there's you find 2 Batman comics
Oh
that are written in German.
my god.
Um, 3, you you find among his like magazine collection 3 Dutch adult magazines. I can't believe that was in the thing, and
Does he have? I mean, because this is
Love
kind of
That is
a
hilarious.
follow-up to a different campaign. I mean, you know the character, but instead of Suburban Dad, does he have Kill 'Em All Kenzo comics? Because that is absolutely something that Gorham would be obsessed with. That is part of her backstory. That
Mhm.
you know, like in her
Yeah.
timeline, at least in the project that I'm working on, Kill 'Em All Kenzo exists as like a comic book character.
Nice. But yeah, you'll be able to find a couple Kill 'Em All Kenzo mags.
Yeah, well, you know, she's going
or
through it, and then
comics.
like she like Oliver hears go, dude, and I mean, does he react to that?
He'll kind of like, look up sharply and give you a look
And
like,
then
what?
she pulls up, and is like, he's got Kill 'Em All Kenzo comics. Like totally skewed priorities here.
Yep.
It's like Kill 'Em All Kenzo versus Admiral Rampage. I didn't even know this was here in Poland.
Ich bin Batman. Thank you, Travis.
In Batman.
Sorry. Yeah, you find among his collection of, three Dutch adult magazines, and I'll leave that up to your
All this
imagination.
time
what's in
he
those
was this like
magazines.
serious guy, and yet he's such a nerd. Like I mean, he's got.
You're telling me first it was 3, now it's 13. What is it?
Three.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm getting flustered talking.
Well,
Looking
yeah,
through
because he
my
had
list.
2 Batman comics, 3 Kill 'Em All Kenzos, and then 3 pinups, as I understand it.
Yep. And
Dutch
then
Playboy or something.
basically,
By adult magazines, you mean gardening, right?
Yes.
sure,
Jesus.
definitely. Okay. You find 2 cartons of cigarettes, like pre-war, like actual cigarettes, not hand-rolled ones.
I can't remember if any of the PCs are smokers, but Gorm will bring that back for anybody who wants them.
I think it was Ghost's former character that was a
Mm.
great big smoker because he was buying them like out the ass. But to digress, you find a man pack, like a satcom like radio like array.
Like a satellite radio?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Um,
Is it like an actual like big setup, or is it just like a backpack radio kind of thing?
it's like a backpack one.
Oh, good. All
Like
right. Well,
can be
definitely
packed into a bag and taken.
definitely pocketing that one. Do you have all this stuff like in a loot pile somewhere, or a way that can be added to the Humvee?
I'll have to make custom items for most of
All
this.
right. Well, just
and I'll do
keep
that after the
track of what.
session. And
Yeah, if you could just add that to other
yep,
vehicle.
I have it
then-
written down.
Okay, cool.
You find a couple big bags of coffee beans, 4 kilograms total.
All right.
So, a box of pre-war cigars that are still, pretty good, decent condition. I can't believe this came up twice because I thought I'd give it to you for the shits and giggles. You find an N64 with 6 game cartridges. I'll leave that up to you about what quick games there are.
Well, we know that
And
there are a bunch of gamers in the party, so that'll be a.
Yep.
Smash Brothers, isn't it?
Yep. Well, there's 6 game cartridges, so I'll let you fill in the blanks. And then a PlayStation with 2 game discs.
What the fuck? This guy's such a.
And then the biggest find of all, after all this random kind of like, junk, is you find a big 35mm camera case with a camera inside. But even more interesting is that you find 8 rolls of film. Like they've been used and they're like in cases. They just need to be developed.
Okay.
And marked on the side of them are, CIA, DEA. He's stolen some information that the CIA was.
All right. Do we have the means
not going to give out.
to view that? See what was on that film roll.
Well, we'd have to probably get the film developed, right? Maybe.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just asking,
it
is
is
there maybe with
undeveloped.
like the NATO command or whatever, like the U.S. rendezvous point, would they have that kind of technology?
Yeah, I would say that they'd be able to develop some of them.
Okay. Good. So, well, Gorham definitely pockets all that. I mean, she uh, definitely gathers up all the video games because it'll probably be the greatest day of Ray and Travis's lives, and then uh, Kill 'Em All Kenzo comics, obviously, for Gorham.
Yep, and I'll write this down
And
in the
Gorham also calls out to Martin,
Discord.
like, "Say, Martin, are you a fan of Batman?"
Actually, I am. Yes.
Then it's your lucky day.
And Martin looks at me. He's like, "Oh man, it's a Dark Knight Returns 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are super rare.
Nice.
They're actually existing comics."
So, all right, well, that's pretty good loot. I mean, it's just Gorham. I mean, it, like just has like this. I mean, is actually kind of like faintly amused. I mean, she'll never forgive Garou for what he's done, but I mean, the fact that he was just such a nerd is honestly kind of funny. That he was hoarding comic books and video games. It's just, I can't believe this shit. Oh my god. Okay, well, fucking gather up all this stuff. As I said, Gorham, cut the two prisoners free. You know, puts a tarp over Kleber and gets him loaded up in the truck. And then obviously, like I said, if Garou had any like food and water rations, then Gorham immediately has them give it to Korzak and Alexivna.
Yeah,
So,
they'll take it.
and Gorham also apologizes to them, saying, "I'm sorry, I more or less got you into this situation."
I mean, it isn't really your fault.
I mean, kind of
You know,
is.
this guy's
He
gonna.
targeted you because I mean I brought him to justice, so he did it out of spite.
Mhm. You know, yeah, technically it was your fault. Cop to that, but you know, we don't blame you for what you did. You've done a lot of good, and just because this guy was a psycho, keep basically stay gold, like Pony Boy, like that type of like speech they'll give you. Keeping a good person, and because people need more people like you in the world.
Yes, that sort of motivational speech definitely does cheer her up quite a bit. Um, and she says, well, after gathering up all the stuff, giving Martin the Batman comics, and it's like, well, are you guys ready to get going?
I'm sorry. Yep.
Yeah. Well, she's mainly saying that to the NPCs as well as to the party. Is like, well, let's get going. Um, and then so yeah, I'm going back to the Northern Poland map.
Load everybody up in the tragic school bus.
Yep. Please let this be a
Awesome.
normal scouting mission.
But yeah, I made a list in Discord, and I'll make
Yes.
those items after we. Yeah, in between sessions. There you got a nice little haul, and
I honestly think that
I got
the reason why I decided to make like Kill 'Em All Kenzo like a character within like a comic within a story is because Goran probably actually relates to him quite a lot, like just like the actual Kenzo like tries to solve problems not violently and then winds up like eviscerating all the villains because they refuse.
But yeah, you load the stuff, and as a little bit of a convoy, you'll return to Sassnitz, where the rest of the party is already returned.
And also, in terms
Um,
of the video game stuff, like Gorm actually also, there's not a doubt in my mind that she enjoys video games, especially given the fighting game analogy. So I might actually keep that spare PlayStation. And everybody
nice.
else already has one, so and then we already got an N64, so. But anyway.
Yep. Ah, there we go. There's the map of the stuff. Okay. So I'll drag you all to the fleet map. All right, you're back in Sassnitz. Congratulations, you've done a lot of good, and you've got a lot of loot to show for it.
Yeah. And Gorham has like this just smug, like Trump grade grin on her face, when she comes back, like when she comes, like sees, Ray and Travis again and is holding more video games. And she just, hands them over to Ray and just grins, crosses her arms like, I told you it was worth it.
All right. What do we have to do next? We just gonna wait, or end the
Yep.
session? Like, what's on the agenda here?
Good question.
Yeah. Yeah, this is technically the the end of this first leg of the campaign, like the season finale, if you will. You've made it to you've solved some issues in Germany. You've made it to the the point where you're going to leave, and yeah, when we pick up for our next session, you will have made it will June will start, and you'll have made the journey back to the United States. This is this is one of only 2 times I have seen a party actually make it to the United States, and the first time was in a campaign that was, by the time I quit the campaign, it was so insufferable. It was almost, it was very hard to enjoy.
Well, no, it becomes a point. There's an aliens reference to be made there. It's like, how many times has the party made it back to the U.S.? 2, including this one.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've played a couple of one campaign actually, where we're in the United
Yep, and I know the one you're talking about.
States. Yeah.
Here's an Agent
Yeah.
SquarePants Krusty Krab Security Agency.
Well, there's that one, and then with
Oh, that
another
wasn't the one you were
group I
talking
was with.
about. Oh,
Yeah. It was cool. We were in we were in Colorado, I think. I forget where exactly it was set, but it was fun. But then it fizzled out because we lost players, and the GM was like, "Well, we don't have enough people, so I'm just gonna cancel it."
instead of finding more players, got it. Well, okay, so we're doing XP now then?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll give you each like 15. You won't have
Oh,
to go through the
damn.
questions. But yeah, I'll give you like all a big boost to bump up your characters for the next leg of the campaign.
Lovely. And are we going to bother with DP by this point?
No, I'll say no DP for this session.
Okay.
I think you guys have like a ton, like already.
We're 2 points short of
like
100.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just give you the 2 points, so you have a good round 100, so you can
Yep.
base build when you get to the United
All right. See ya.
States.
See you, Ramba.
All right. So yeah, I'll flesh out like what's on the like cameras and stuff that you find. But
All right.
yeah.
Have a good day.
See you, Magus.
Yep. See you, Megas.